Hello, everyone. My name is Alexis Aguirre, and today I will be presenting to you guys about the constellation of Aquila by none other than Alexis Aguirre, which is myself. Now, we'll firstly be talking about the mythology of Aquila. Aquila represents Atos Dios, which is the eagle that carried Zeus's thunderbolts. And there is a stock image of it right there. And additionally, Atos Dios was responsible for kidnapping a Trojan shepherd known as Ganymede, and eventually Ganymede served as a wine pourer for the gods, as you can see right there in that image. Moving on, the shape of Aquila, pretty self-explanatory. Aquila's shape represents an eagle, and Aquila is actually Latin for flying bird, which is what it roughly translates to. And to the right, you will see the constellation shape of Aquila. As you can see, it looks like it has two wings opening wide on both sides. All right, moving on. When can Aquila be seen on Earth? Well, the constellation Aquila can be seen from Earth in the northern hemisphere only from the months of July to October. And it can be seen between latitude 90 degrees and negative 75 degrees. And on the right side, there's an image in case any of you are confused as to where that would be on Earth. It'll be in this general area right here. Moving on. Interesting stars in Aquila. There were quite a few interesting ones, but the one that stuck out to me the most was Altair, which is the brightest star in the constellation of Aquila. And Altair is known as the 12th brightest star in the sky. So not just the brightest star in the constellation, but the 12th brightest in the whole night sky, which I found really fascinating. And it is also one of the closest stars to Earth that can be seen with the naked eye. It's amazing because it's so bright as well. And to the right, there's an image and then a zoom in image of what that would look like. Okay. Interesting objects in Aquila. I found many interesting objects, but the one that stuck out to me the most was the Phantom Streak Nebula. And it can be found in the region of space in which Aquila is located. The Phantom Streak Nebula is literally just a massive space of illuminated gas and dust. And the Phantom Streak Nebula is actually the result of a star shedding its outer layers into a large mass, which closely resembles a nebula. It is not a nebula itself because there was no star explosion, just a collection of all that gas and dust. And on the right side, you can actually see an image of it, a zoomed in image, and it's so bright and beautiful. All right, moving on to the final slide. My quiz questions, because it's quiz time. For my first quiz question, what does the constellation Aquila represent in Greek mythology? Pretty straightforward, as I went over it earlier. It represents Atos Theos, which is the eagle deity that carried Zeus's thunderbolts. For my next question, during what time of year can the constellation Aquila be seen? As mentioned earlier, it can be seen in the northern hemisphere from July to October. And for my final quiz question, what is the brightest star in the constellation Aquila? Pretty easy, as I went over it. It is the star Altair, which is the brightest star in the constellation Aquila. And that's it for my presentation. I hope you found it very informative, as I know I did. Hope you all have a good night. Thank you.